Hi, I'm Michael Weinberg, and this is the Tesla Model S 75.
Climbing up the tower, just a boy and his computer. I'm still in my bathrobe, hiding in the shadows.
As I said before, this is the Model S 75, which is just one power rating higher than the Tesla Model S 60, which was discontinued last year because Tesla decided that its customers deserve a bigger and more powerful battery. There are actually 5 models that you can get of this car: the Tesla Model S 75, the 85, the 90, and the 100. And you can also get a D option, and the D option gives you dual motor 4-wheel drive. The previous bumper made the Tesla Model S look like a luxury modern car, but with this cool new aerodynamic front bumper, the Tesla Model S is starting to look a lot sportier. The Tesla Model S's batteries are housed directly in the center under the car, which is great because there's more trunk space. And Tesla was smart and gave you this nice privacy lid so you could hide any private items in your trunk under this. And to show you how large this trunk actually is, I'm going to try and climb into the back now. The first thing I notice about this car is the just the pleasure of driving without a motor. This car, obviously, it's a Tesla, it's got a battery, not a motor, and the battery makes almost no noise. You really only hear it when you're accelerating significantly. So if you floor it, you're gonna hear the battery, a little whir, but there's just no sound, and it's really nice driving with no sound, and the ride is actually really smooth too. So if you just want a car that you can drive every day and relax in no matter what the situation is and don't want to worry about an engine or shifting or any of that, this is a perfect car to get. You also have to have $80,000, just a disclaimer. Another thing I noticed too is the steering, which I didn't expect the steering on this car to be super good because it's a luxury, it's a pretty big car, it's a 4-seater. Handling isn't great on most mid-size sedans like this. There's obviously the BMW 6 Series and the Mercedes-Benz E and S Class, which have good handling, but this company's pretty new, so I didn't expect them to kind of have the ropes down on handling and all that other stuff. But this car handles really well, and Tesla's offered 3 modes of steering. You have comfort, you have standard, and you have sport, and they hold true to those labels. They're really good. They're really accurate. It's got accurate steering. Basically you turn where you want to go and it's going to go there. I own a Toyota Prius, and the steering in the Prius is not as great. It's less responsive, so you can be driving and make a left. You really have to really turn the wheel to be able to go anywhere. With this, you just kind of, it's all smooth. The key detail of this car is it's smooth and it's direct, and I really like it, and I did not expect it at all. That's another confusing thing. Now, all the good that this car has comes with, a few deficits with the car. The car is, obviously, it's a big car. It's a pretty big luxury sedan, obviously. That's what it is. It feels and drives like an S-Class, which is smooth and everything, but it's not quick. I mean, it's powerful and it can accelerate fast, but it's not what's the word? Nimble. It's not super, when you put your foot down to the floor, you feel the car take off, but you're pulling a lot of weight. And this car is obviously more than 4,000 pounds. It's almost 5,000 pounds. It's a heavy car. So you have to take that into account. But for people, most people who buy these cars are not gonna buy them for extreme performance or anything. It's not a Lamborghini, it's a Tesla. So taking that into account, this car is pretty damn good for $80,000. It actually starts out at $70,000 MSRP, but for what you're getting with this car, this has upgraded sound and upgraded a few other upgrades, like I think sound is the only one, and then he has different wheels on this car, but you're getting a lot when you pay that $75,000 to $80,000 check. And this is a mid-range model. So if you're getting a P100D, it looks pretty much the same. There's not much of a difference when it comes to the actual design of the car. A P100D is the maxed out model. That's like the that is the type of car that competes with Lamborghinis, Ferraris, all that. Acceleration wise, it actually beats most of them in acceleration, but you know, it's a Tesla. So one other bad thing about this car, and I can't complain too much about it, it's an amazing car overall, but one other thing about this car that car enthusiasts and sports car geeks, maniacs, nuts, whatever you want to call them, are going to complain about is after about 120 or 110 miles an hour, this car cannot compete with supercars anymore. It will beat out any car 0 to 60, but after that, it starts slowing down because it's a battery. It's no longer an engine. An engine continues to build up power, where this, it's just kind of a flat line. You just kind of put it down and it just kind of gives you all the power it has for that moment. And this car, it significantly slows down compared to supercars after that. But and that's assuming you bought the P100D or the P90D, which are the fast, the sports models with the ludicrous mode, the insane mode, a package on them, because this one doesn't have that. It's a mid-range model, as I said before.